YouTube! Today we are watching another Elden Ring review. I think this is my second Elden Ring review I've ever watched, I think. I like Elden Ring. It's one of my favorite games. Oh, it says Dung Eater edition also, by the way. I played Elden Ring for the first time like 2 years ago. And it changed my life. It was amazing. I've never played a game like this before. It was the first time I've ever played a game like this, and I loved it so much. So I am excited to watch more videos on it because I really like it. Even if I don't understand anything about the lore, I still really enjoy it. I'm still kind of playing through the DLC. I think the last thing I killed was the sunflower, I think. So I still have more to play, but I'm enjoying it. Okay. Let's like the video first, because I'm sure it's going to be a great video. Elden Ring is 2 years old. It's definitely more than 2 years old. Definitely more than 2 years old. Seth inspired Reggie, I believe, so this should be good. I'm excited. Yeah. Definitely older than 2 years. For sure. Okay, you guys ready? I'm excited.
Hey people, Seth here. The following is
Hello,
highly
Seth.
experimental and may come off as disjointed or schizophrenic.
I like
don't
that.
care. Elden Ring, the newest hot release by Hideo Miyazaki of Ghibli Studios, famous for classic animations such as Howl's Moving Mausoleum and My Invader Totoro. From Software have really outdone themselves, as this game features not one, but 2 crustaceans, possibly even more. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked the ability to swim, so I cannot confirm or deny that. The game begins, and I make my character. His name, Sambubu. His class, naturally, is Wretched. I did originally consider Prisoner, but I chose not to. I take the key as my
Guys, that was Blake. That was Blake.
and live to regret it after I get immediate access to a side dungeon and get run over repeatedly by a speeding train.
I remember this!
To go the other way. After camping a few times, Melina comes by and offers me an accord. I turn it down because I think it's funny. I then proceed to kill Morgott and Godric before I realize I haven't leveled up. How?
Wait, you can't finish the game if you say no to her. You have to say yes, don't you? You can't say no. You literally have to say yes. Right? You can finish the game even if you say no to her? You can say no, but can you finish the game if you say no? Why would you even say no? I said no to her? What? Why would you do that? Yeah, you people are psycho.
Was I supposed to know I had to say yes? Miyazaki, just because I'm offered the ability to talk to a woman doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I think that's a symptom of bad design. Conversely, I fell for the oldest trick in the book, the warm embrace of a woman's lap, only to find out 100 hours later it's actually a debuff. What did they mean by this? I guess I'll have to consult a 40-minute lore video to figure out the true symbology behind this item description. I tell you, passive storytelling at its very best, especially when half a character is either disappear, die, or start T-posing during your playthrough. This might bother people who believe there's a story, which is the equivalent of finding a bunch of random notes and thinking to yourself,
so wait, is it why? I don't know much. Okay, listen, I don't know a lot. Is it disputed that this game does not have good lore? I thought that Elden Ring had like extensive lore. Am I mistaken? I thought that it had like really good extensive lore that people really liked. Mog is desperately trying to get Mikola pregnant. The lore is good, but the presentation is shit. I don't know anything about the lore at all. I would like to, I think, watch a video about the lore. I think. Might be fun. Possibly. You need to find the lore. Classic Miyazaki lore of spreading random stuff together and then people stitch it all together. I'd like to watch the lore someday. I think that'd be a really long video, though. Also, I don't know if I'd want to react to it because I feel like, I don't know.
Damn, that book was wild. Halo's
Nicola
plot
is a
is
dude.
crazy. Have you not read all the secret terminals? On the bright side, Dark Souls lore channels now have a steady source of bread for the next 4 years. I assure you, you'll know every side character better than your own family. I don't remember which war Granddad was fighting, but I do know Patches. I know that, canonically, he is circumcised. Honestly, I don't judge. I still get to have...
Is that a thing? I thought Mikola was a lady. Why does everyone have P?
Of my wife Ronnie. What I'm criticizing is the involvement of this fat fuck. Celebrated offer, helping to weave the narrative experience. Okay, let's see what this dude wrote. Sunset found her squatting in the grass, groaning. Every stool was looser than the one before and smelled fouler. By the time the moon came up, she was shitting brown water. The more she drank...
What is this? Is this real? Is this a real quote? Is this a real quote? Yes! Game of Thrones quote? The more she shat. Oh my god.
The more she shat, but the more she shat, the thirstier she grew, and her thirst sent her crawling to the stream to suck up more water. I rest my case. J.R.R. Martin is the greatest author who has ever lived. He has also never finished his books. And so, fittingly, From Software has embodied the spirit of J.R.R. Martin by never finishing a single quest line. Elden Ring is an ambitious platformer, and if you disagree, you haven't played the game, because half this game is jumping with a head start, or falling into a hole, into a canyon, into the place you originally wanted to, but accidentally jumped before doing so, adding an extra foot to the height of your fall, which turned it into a lethal descent. There's nothing I love more than jumping awkwardly off rooftops. But, how do we spice it up? Archers. You
This
love
place was
archers. On every roof, and they've got tracking. And guess what? The sewer levels are back, and this time they're essential to the plot.
Oh, I forgot about all these
Game
parts.
of the year.
Oh, this
Calling
game is
them
so
out in
good.
your game, Torrent. Absolute genius. So anybody Googling Elden Ring Torrent gets a bunch of horse pictures instead. I can't wait until Elden Ring 2 features the popular and beloved character Codex de Nuvo pre-cracked no virus. But why are we here?
Oh wait, I gotta take another screenshot.
What the
We're here for the difficulty because we're hardcore gamers. Take it from me. I've already beaten the final boss, John Elden Ring, so I can give a few pointers. Have you ever used a weapon, armor,
Yes.
fast travel, potions,
Yes.
or opened the world map? And I'm sorry to say, but you're playing the game wrong. This game is meant to be played level 1 as a wretch, using a single club, no upgrades. If you disagree, I'll call you a casual. If you ever hear someone talking like this, take pity on them, because this behavior is characteristic of someone who stacks no paper and gets no bitches. This game isn't hard, not because it's not hard, but because video games fundamentally aren't hard. You know what's hard? The circumstances of life, getting a degree, having a stable family, being born with a baby arm. You're born and one arm develops normally into an adult arm, but the other is this stunted mini child arm, which stops growing at like 3 years of age. So you're this freakish.
Who is he talking about? Who is he talking about? Who is he talking about? Deadpool. Baby arm man. Me? Ugh.
Monstrosity. You'll be known around town as Baby Arm Man, and the only job you'll ever have is baby arm stock photo, because it's harder for them to get a kid to pose for that. It's a lot more convenient to have a malformed monstrosity on standby. Furthermore, I genuinely believe that pattern recognition is a form of cheating. Your Homo sapiens brain is literally destroying the difficulty of the experience by compensatory adaptation. I hope that people consider this in the future and later learn to recognize that the truest From Software experience would be a
What am I looking
lobotomite
at?
run, where prior to playing, we perform a frontal lobotomy and sever your
allowed to have a lobotomy? I'm allowed to have a lobotomy? Yay! No? Oh. You're banned from lobotomies. What the f***?
Prefrontal cortex. Sometimes, the only option you have to preserve the purity of your experience is brain damage. Multiplayer enhances the experience. Sometimes you'll see white
I never
phantoms
multiplayered.
briefly appear. These are players from other worlds going through their own journey.
I do like
Once,
that.
I saw a white phantom appear, teabagging a dead NPC. In this moment, I knew I was playing a masterpiece. Messages and appraisal are exactly how Reddit
I do
users
like that.
believe karma works. You upvote, and you get actual physical nourishment from the karma. Oh look, a message
Wait,
on the
really?
floor. Maybe someone out there will tell me something useful. Then you open it and read it, only to see dog butthole, closely
Yes!
followed by Fortnite. According to a true story, once upon a time, Miyazaki's car
Dog.
broke down in the middle of a road. This was during winter, so no help was to be found, when suddenly 3 strangers appeared out of nowhere, sucked him off, and left without even saying a word. And that's how Miyazaki got the inspiration for Souls multiplayer.
What?
Gameplay. Flawless, stunning, effervescent. Just like Bloodborne was a complex allegory for sexually transmitted HIV, Elden
What?
Ring is a rich synesthesia between seeing Swampland and remembering Blighttown, or hearing Leyendell long after you've left the capital, because my ears are still ringing from the sound of those fucking trumpets.
What even are
Actual
those
real critique.
things?
No jokes, no giggles. I think every boss should have a stake of America outside the boss room. Generally, this is true, but sometimes I gotta walk. And traditionally, I do not consider cardio as part of a boss fight. Now, the walks are more generous than any other Souls game, but just because somebody chose to take a smaller shit in my rice doesn't change the fact that it's still there. Inside my
That was a
bowl,
long
steaming up my
run
Tupperware.
to
I would
kill that
also have
sexy
originally
cat,
said that
yeah.
the death screen is quite long, but then I realized it's working as intended. You see, when you die in PvP, you have no option but to watch helplessly as someone spams point down and repeatedly defiles your dead body. My complaints are pretty mild. If, like me, you didn't realize Vigor has a non-linear scaling, it would have helped immensely to know that going 10 to 20 makes no tangible difference, but 20 to 40 is all the difference between taking a blow and getting one-tapped by most of the game. I wish I knew that at the start. Luckily, this
Oh.
game is very generous with its ability to reroll your character. If you're still paranoid, you can back up your save at no risk. I've done this more than 100 times without issue and recommend you do the same, because despite what anybody says, there's a million ways to brick your save. I've done it, I can
Really?
reproduce it, it's still there. Also, easy anti-cheat is a very good anti-cheat because it's very easy to turn off. My friend may have done exactly that, and more. Tell me, Seth, was he punished? Is he banned? No, some of the later fights have interesting hitboxes. Not like I care. I cheesed through that shit. This game makes you realize
Same.
the greatest companion you'll ever have is yourself. So why not make a copy? Lore. Before continuing, we have to stop and talk about the best character in the game, Dung
No.
Eater.
Okay, I did not understand. When I first played this game, people were like, yeah, this guy actually eats poop. And I was like, what do you mean? Guys, he really does eat shit. He really does eat shit. This guy actually eats poop. Why? Why does he do that? Don't say just like me. Why does he do that? Vicky, what do you mean he's so real? He likes it? He's like me? What? Why does he do this? Is there like an actual reason for why he does this? You have to believe me. He really does. It's not his kink. No way. Sob, he ate my family. No! What do you mean he's into it? He's German. Oh. He's literally just being a menace. For the love of the game. He's tired of it. I don't cook. It's like why you play the games. He just does it because it's fun. Oh.
Loathsome Dung Eater. Ferocious, feaster of feces, devious, doo-doo devourer, dung eater, consumes excrement, feces, shit even, nihilistic, and with a wicked sense of humor. His greatest desire is to eat the poo-poo, and of course, murder you and defile your dead body. I think there's a lot we can learn from Dung Eater, but as a society, we're not yet ready for that conversation. Builds, there's many builds. Strength is terrible until you realize you can power stance through the entire game and block everything else with barricade shield for 0 stamina. Going strength, unfortunately, puts you at the highest risk group for naming yourself the Black Swordsman and cosplaying as your favorite slice of life anime. If I see you doing this, I'll summon you intentionally so I can kick you for my world. Dexterity. Do you enjoy katanas? How about double katanas, each one longer than the last, using realistic, historically accurate sword techniques from feudal era Japan? What about epic PvP compilations? Say no more. Get a river of blood today. Intelligence. Some would say a great deal of their enjoyment comes from learning the moveset of every boss. A rhythmic dance between sword, swipe, and parry. A lethal symphony.
I love that this guy keeps cheesing.
By death. Others would disagree. I'm confident that if you ask any player running sorcery what's their favorite boss, they'll recoil in surprise and say, I don't know any. I just sit at the back and spam Azure Comet. Faith incantations are very good. Abusing the animation of Catch Flame to cast them instantaneously is even better. And before you say it, I know. It's working exactly as intended. You know what else is intended? This. Also, this and this. My greatest enjoyment of this game, beyond the exploration, the richness of the graphics, and the scale of the world they made, has been abusing every mechanic I possibly can before it gets patched out. And so, inevitably, I have taken to abusing other players. You might call them humans. I call them people who use Moonveil unironically, and thus, I feel no remorse for any of my actions. In summary, Elden Ring attracts many different responses. Some fillet the long shaft of FromSoft endlessly. Others hate it because of their own incompetence. Walking manifestations of a Dunning-Kruger effect, these people believe that failure is not their own and somehow inflicted upon them by the universe. You can't be bad at video games, as video games are merely a subject matter.
I remember my very first, it was the first 3 or 4 times that I had played Elden Ring on stream, and people were talking about how at the time, I guess there was an article going around about how they wanted a difficulty slider on Elden Ring. It was a popular game company. I don't really know. Somebody published an article though about how Elden Ring needed a difficulty slider, and that was the thing when I was playing it for the first time. People were saying that. I don't remember who it was. Yeah, but everyone was clowning on them for that. They're they really need a difficulty slider. Some people can't play a game that hard. Really, that's what some people were saying.
A deficit in your cognitive ability, something that likely plagues you in every aspect of your life. In summary, if you're bad at video games, you're bad at life. You've got a smooth brain and a low IQ. Your fate is to be a grunt in the New World Order. And then there's others, like me, who are quietly waking up to the fact that maybe
I loved
we should have never
Giant.
dropped those bombs to begin with. I guess what I'm trying to say is Elden Scrolls 10 out of 10 garbage. I love it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. If you're interested in some merchant multiplayer, password FUGHUNT goes in all fields. First 52 Invade get a 15% off their first month of FugHunters.com, the official sponsor of this video. And now, allow me to conclude this presentation with some calming visuals. Rest assured, most of the things seen here can no longer be afflicted on another human being. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Is this song copyrighted? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know. Probably. Okay. Let me just Turn the sound off. Whoopsie daisy. This is just him showing cheese. Okay. CT, mute that part. It's okay. This is just him showing cheese for it then? Oh my, how long is this cheese? Damn. What's at the very end?
Hideo Miyazaki at 3 a.m. Hello? 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 Hideo Miyazaki?
What? Oh hey, who's that? What? Did he say he was calling Miyazaki? Did he say he was is that what he said? He was calling Miyazaki? What did he say?
Amazing.
Calling him.
You're a madman.
All right. All right.
You got that
Yep, that's all I needed, baby.
It's amazing.
Calling Hideo Miyazaki at 3 a.m.
Wait. That was not Japanese. My PP understood that. You think that was Cantonese. Yeah, what if he's just like calling some like poor innocent store?
Hello? Hello? Hideo Miyazaki?
Never call this number again. Probably just a friend. I don't know what that was. I don't know. That's Cantonese? That was a good video. I think I would like to watch a lore video for Elden Ring sometime, I think.